My name is Dem White, and this is the deck that I won with, motherfucker.
You could have. That matters in my deck.
My name is Dem White, and this is the deck that I won with in the North Carolina States Championship. And let's get started. My deck is Overlords. My first starter is Lizard Surger Undo, pretty much. Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, Suck into the Soul, and search for any Overlord in its name and add it to your hand. So you can use this or the Grade 3 Searcher. My Grade 3s are Dragonic Overlord, the Legend, 3 Dragonic Overlord, the X, and 3 Dragonic Overlord, the N. Let's start with the Legend skill. Pretty much GB2, once per turn, Counterblast 1, ditch a card with Flame Dragon, Grade 3 or higher whatsoever, and he gets 15 plus K, 1 drive check, and 1 plus grade, and he gets another skill, and which is once per turn when he attacked the rear guard units, you discard 3 to restand him. And his second skill, which is so good and consistent, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. When he's placed on the Vanguard circle, you could look at the top magical top 5 and search for any Flame Dragon card whatsoever. So you get Strike Fighters, more Grade 3s, Grade 2s, and all that. Dragonic and the X. He has a Legion skill, which you already know. When you Legion, you can search a copy of any card that is on the Vanguard circle, the X, or the N when you Legion. And his second skill, Counterblast 1, choose a copy with the X, discard it, and then you could choose 2 your opponent's rear guard units and retire them. And the N. Pretty much his two of his skills don't matter much since all your cards are Dragonic Overlord. Kagero, and you don't have the original Dragonic Overlord, but Counterblast 2, ditch a card of him, and when he attack hits, you get to restand him. Grade 2s. I play 4 Dragonic Burnout, 4 Emperor Dragon Knight the Harlem, 4, and 3 Berserk Lord Dragon. Burnout skill, which is reverse, so pretty much choose a Grade 3 Overlord from your drop zone, put it to the bottom of your deck, and then Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guard units and retire it, which is pretty good, so I don't have to use that much Counterblast. Then the Harlem one is only a Generation Break 1. As long as your Vanguard has a name with Overlord, he gains plus 2k, and another skill. When your Grade 4 or greater Vanguard attacks, he gets plus 5k, so if I use like the Legend skill or anything that will attack twice, well, except for your Legion since it's not a Grade 4, he gains plus 5, so good. So he can be like a 21 attacker all on its own without support. And Berserk Lord Dragon, GB1, Counterblast 1, when your Grade 4 or greater Vanguard attacks, you may pay the cost and kill one of your opponent's rear guard units as long as it's Grade 2 or less. Pretty much that's it. Now the Grade 1s. Now the Grade 1s are a little bit weird, but just one of them. Right now I'm playing 4 Protect War Dragon, 3 Lava Flow Dragon, and this is the oddball of the deck. Is Lizard Soldier Balog and Lizard Soldier 3 Lizard Soldier Kumra. Alright, Protector Dragon pretty much was placed on the Guardian Circle. If your Vanguard is getting attacked, discard a card, and the attack is nullified whatsoever. And if you have another copy in the drop zone, you get to unflip the damage, because this deck really is a Counterblast heavy deck. Lava Flow Dragon, Strike Fodder, you could discard, and discard it becomes a Grade 3, so Lizard Balog, pretty much when you guard it, as long as you have GB1, at the end of the battle, when it did not hit the Vanguard, you can choose a unit that is on your opponent's side of the field that is in the rest position, and then retire it. One problem, it doesn't go around stuff like Tidal Assault or anything that'll let you restand around the end of the battle, like I say, Total Assault, Magnum Assault, all that. But still, it's good defense for this deck. Con Roll, so helpful for this deck. When it's placed on the rear guard circle, you can show any grade 3 Vanguard. As long as it has the Overlord name in it. Show it, and then search any card with Overlord in it, and then discard a card. So good. So I can find a grade 3 digit for burnout skill and all that. And then while it's on the field, act skill, retire it. You get to countercharge you when your Overlord Vanguard attacks. So good and so helpful for this deck. Trigger lineup. I'm not playing the Flame Dragon triggers yet. I don't have everything with it. But still, I'm playing 8 crit, 4 draw, Gatling Claw, counterblast 1, put it to the soul, choose one of your opponent's grade 0 units and retire it. So good for taking care of those pesky units like Wingo Brave and all that good shit. And 4 of my beauty until May 20th. I just love her art so much. But still. Alright, now the strides. I'm playing 1 of Vortex Desire and 1 Divine Dragon Knight Mufasa, or Mustafa for his original name. You could either play 2 of these or 2 of these, depending how it goes on around the meta and such. I play 1 of each because Divine Dragon Knight Mufasa, I can counterblast 1, retire something, but I won't get the skill to unflip since I don't have any other Mufasas to play with. He's a freebie. Pretty much, but he's a freebie, but as long as it hits, you can retire one of your opponent's rear guard units. But it has to have Flame Dragon in the name. But not a lot of people know this. But your heart with this guy counts as 2. This is on the Vanguard circle, so you can retire 2. If you're in Legion mode, you can retire 3. And yep, I'm playing 2 Draconic Overlord, the Ace. He's not the ace card, but he's more like your finisher. At skill, counterblast 2, and persona flip this guy, and he loses the triple drive as long as your G zone is 2 or more face up. And he gets an additional skill once per turn when he attacks a Vanguard. Discard 1 card and another card with Overlord in it. Stand it up, plus 5k. And he definitely helps out with your hollow numbers. So good. And the greatness. It's the Express. It's so broken, this deck. So good. Pretty much GB2 skill, counterblast 1, and persona flip this guy. Pretty much he gets the skill. When he attacks a Vanguard, your opponent cannot guard with grade 1s. It's not grade 1 or better, just grade 1s in general, and another continuous skill. And during your turn, as long as your opponent's damage is at 5, you can negate your opponent's triggers. So no miracle heals for nobody. Nobody. Well, as long as they heal before their 6 damage. But yeah, so that is it. Alright. This is your boy Devin, and this is the deck profile, and thanks for joining me, and that's all I got to say.